and we can telepathically connect to each other. But I'm also very hungry, so I'm playing this from the point of view of Astarion, vampire spawn. So you will see that all of my choices will be tailored to being Astarion, essentially. So I'm going to stare at her and realize that I'm very hungry.
What's the matter with you? Has that tadpole scrambled your brain already?
So I can basically say, okay, well, I'll just feed, or I can swallow my urge and feign ignorance, which is what I'm going to do because I need a companion.
Come on. The chase through hell, the creatures, what they did to us, the tadpole. That thing is going to consume us from the inside and turn us into mind flayers. You and I need a healer. Finding one won't be easy in this wilderness. We'll need supplies. I'm hoping something of use might be behind these doors, but I've barely made a dent in them so far.
Okay, so I can offer to help her, but I'm a rogue also, so I can tell her to save her strength, then that I'll pick the lock.
By all means. I'm going to see what's at the top of this cliff. Hopefully there's no more of these creatures along the way.
I will... Well, actually, I'll suggest that we join forces and say that that gives us better odds of survival.
Or just company for our final moments. But you're right. Whatever lies ahead will be a little less daunting with support. You can call me Shadowheart.
I can tell her that I'm Astarion, a reformed vampire spawn who can walk in the sunlight, or I can choose not to tell her, which is a good idea. And I can also question her what she knows about the things in each of our heads.
Very little. Supposedly, those monsters breed by planting their tadpoles in people's heads. Over time, the infected victim turns into a mind flayer. I don't remember how long it takes, but we should hurry.
So that's a problem. I'll introduce myself, Astarion.
Lead the way, Astarion.
And I've made my first companion. I can try to lockpick that door, but I don't have a lockpick, so that's not gonna... So, whoops, and I got myself into the door. All right, let's see if this fine gentleman has something of use, but he doesn't. So let's continue, see where I'm ended up.
More of those wretched things.
Oops. So that's usually an introduction to combat when you see something like that. So let's try and see what that is. Where are they? Oh yeah, this is... So combat is turn-based because Dungeons & Dragons is a turn-based system, so we base ourselves on that. I need to be very careful for these intellect divorce because if they get too close to me, it will be very painful. This can actually end up in a party wipe, but I'll do my very best not to let that happen. I'm going to seek the high ground. In Dungeons & Dragons, seeking advantage allows you to roll twice, which is a good idea because there's a lot of dice rolling going on behind the scenes, as you'll soon see. We translate the dice rolls into percentages so that you don't have to do all the mathematics yourself. So this gives me a 90% chance to hit, so that's a pretty good one. Also, I'll manage, don't worry about it. That's a 45%, that's not so good, but let's try. I'm casting Sacred Fire, let's see what that does. Alright, to puny 2 damage. So if you're curious to know how the calculations are happening, they're happening behind the scenes here. You can just hover over it and then you can learn all of the math behind the numbers that you see, which is why Jesse said lots of numbers. We're going to be very brave and we're just going to go up there. And then I'm going to see how far I can get Astarion because I don't want him to die right away. Alright, Shadowheart. Well, she's not really me, she's just my recruit, so I'm going to cast Shield of Faith of her. The bonus actions, these are my actions, these are my bonus actions. You just see, yeah, it says AP, it's a little bit misleading, but it's actually just the actions that you have. But sometimes you can have 2 of them. So I'm going to end my turn, and now it's the enemy's turn. See what they do. Unfortunately, they can jump, but that's good. Couldn't hit me. That's actually not that bad. So what I'm going to do with Shadowheart is I'm going to try something that's a little bit risky, but sometimes works. I'm going to use Shove, and I'm going to try to... Oh, it won't work. Yeah, there you go. So that guy's a little bit further from me, and then she can still hammer at that guy. It's really not hitting very well. And then I'm going to shoot with the Tarn at that guy. So yeah, we're doing pretty good actually. All right. Ooh. Ooh. So combat is fairly high stakes, as you can see. So they have a reaction, so that basically means if she walks away from here, they're going to hit her, which is not good. So what I'm going to do, and he can't walk. Yeah. So I have a jump. I didn't want to use it yet, but first I'm going to. Oh man, that's jump as a bonus action in VG3. So that means that I can't use another bonus action, but it acts as a disengage also, and it's enhanced by my tadpole that I have inside of me. I do have one action that I can still do, so I'm just going to try it out. This is my mage hand. My mage hand is bad at many things, but it's very good at throwing stuff. So I'm going to just slap it. There you go. I wanted to show this to you today, but you have no idea how nervous I was about doing it because I was going to get in this situation. So I obviously should have approached them in a completely different manner. We'll see in the next combat how you can actually be much more strategic. Famous last words, I guess, but we'll see. All right, she is hurting, so she's going to drink my first healing potion. I don't have a lot of them. Then she's just going to, well, actually, I don't want to use it though. I'll just smack it like this. Maybe I'll get lucky. All right, well, can I run even further? No. All right, here it comes. That's good. Oh, no. He's getting back up. Very high stakes. He's hiding for the shot. That's interesting. Okay. Mage hand, where are you? Do your thing. 80%. So sorry. Yeah, you can also throw bodies that you find in the world, but it's not working. So that's why I'm using the shove actually. It's working, but it doesn't look as good. Oh, why did I go to sneak? I misclicked. Really? Did I put my hand into sneak? That's really clever. Okay. So yeah, the announcement was that it was going to be live. I think so. There you go. All right, 90% shot. That should, oh yeah, actually I have a pin down attack, which is a action that you get with your weapon. So each weapon that you get gives you an extra type of action. Yes, I know that you're sneaking. Come on. All right.
You got this. You got this.
Hold on. I have a plan. I got a bottle with grease, so I'm just gonna throw. Can you stop hand? And normally he's not supposed to be able to hit like this. Actually, can't you do anything useful? If they want to attack you, maybe. Ooh. Oh, they killed. No, they didn't kill Hand. Okay. All right. So they did kill Hand. Yeah, Hand is not supposed to die, but well, it's going swimmingly. Okay, so I wanted to throw, so I have a throw action. I can throw pretty much everything. In a presentation I did previously, I threw my boots. So for comedial effect, I'll just throw my boots. Maybe I'll actually just kill him. Oh, that's it.
Good work, good work.
All right. So, that's not that bad, actually. So, where is she? Hey, oops, doesn't want to close anymore. You want to keep on throwing? No, it's enter, yeah. Please close. So she's down, she's not dead yet. So that's the good news. So basically how this works is, this is death saving throws. So each turn there's going to be a roll behind the scenes. And if it's a good roll, then we're going to get a little blue spot like this. And if we have 3 of them, she gets stabilized, which is cool. And if we get 3 red ones, because it's a bad roll, then she dies. And they are going to keep on hitting at her, because if she goes to the negative of her maximum HP, she dies too. So we're going to try to avoid that from happening. But I'm really not interested. Okay, so I shouldn't have thrown the boost, by the way. That was a really stupid move. This looks like a really good hit. Good, excellent. And we have one guy left. Thank you. Why? Okay, well, let's hope that this one's gonna go right. Oh. Man.
Bravo.
Oh man. Okay, well, I did tell you that. Oh, stand up, stand up. No, stand up. Hold on. Does this work? I was too late. All right. So I do have the save game problem is real. So it is genuine. So I need to restart. So I'm just going to do a quick restart. I'll just do it as fast, and then we'll do Q&A for 5 minutes.